So let's look at Fanduel. These are going to be longer shows because of the sheer amount of games, but we're going to hit DK because they have most of the games. Fanduel does. Similarly, so let's look at quarterbacks. I will be playing some Chandler Morris. There is some very good pricing across the board on these things. I think Chandler Morris is a fine play given the Coastal Carolina can't play defense. UVA's got a nice team total at 35. I think they chuck it a little bit more. We saw Anthony Calandria get a ton of play here, running and passing. So I think you see Chandler Morris getting in there and doing well. Not a great value, but if you try to get some raw points out of him, I'll take a few shots here and there. There's definitely some better plays on this slate. Top option for me, Jaden Maeva. So I'm a big believer in Maeva. I've said it kind of all off season. He's my top raw projected player on this slate. 11-2, perfectly fine price tag to play. They play Missouri State. You know Lincoln Riley's going to run this thing up. They got a 48-point team total. He can run. He can pass. I think he puts a monster game on the board. I've been a buyer all offseason. He played great against Notre Dame last year. I know the 2 pick sixes, but he still threw for 300-plus yards on a team that was a national title defense, contending defense. Cade Klubnik, plenty in play for me. Year 3 in this system, great wide receivers. LSU defense, questionable, we'll say, depending on what they do with that slot. If you listen to Cover 3's breakdown of that, Bud Elliott did a great job with his source getting information on that as far as what Clemson can do playing off of the slot, which means you might want to pair him with Antonio Williams. I'm personally a Bryant Wesco homer, and TJ Moore's just ridiculously priced. So you can play Klubnik plenty. Jaden Maeva, play them together if you want. There's plenty of room. Blake Shapen, 100% in the pool at 10-7. Similar to DK, you can get him playing, no problems there. Austin Simmons. So first game starting, he played really well in that little spot stint when Dart was out against Georgia in the rain. That was impressive. I like Simmons. Lane Kiffin, we know he's going to run the score up here. So I'm going to want pieces. Like, these are different situations for me where I don't want to play the Penn State guys. I don't want to play the Georgia guys. I don't really want to play the A&M, like Marcel Reed. I'm just not a Marcel Reed fan. I'm more than happy to go in Michigan pass offense. Not really. I'm more than happy to go with Ole Miss quarterbacks. I'm more than happy to go with USC. I'm more than happy with Maeva. More than happy with Simmons, because those are coaches that I know are going to run the score up, and they're going to score at will because that's their MO. So they're going to be quarterback friendly, and they're going to score a ton of points. I will play a ton of Austin Simmons. I'm going to play a ton of Jaden Maeva. I'm going to play a lot of Cade Klubnik because I just have to. I love playing Clemson for some reason. And then Blake Shapen, no problem. Throw him in there. Bryson Barnes, great play. You give me a Bronco Mendenhall quarterback. Look at what Devin Dampier was doing in the Mountain West last year. UTEP's not putting up a fight. I'll take Bryson Barnes. I believe he's the pig farmer. At 10K, sure. Like, I'll play him all day long. No problem whatsoever. So that's where the meat of my entries are going to be Maeva, Simmons, Barnes, Shapen. Those 4 are going to be my core 4. I will play a good amount of Klubnik, and I'm going to play a good amount of Klubnik. He's probably going to be my 5th guy. And then I'll play some sprinkles of Chandler Morris, Ty Simpson at 9,200. No problem getting there. Maybe I'll play 1 game stack of Clemson LSU in hopes that maybe that shoots out. Take Nussmeier, take Klubnik, play them together. Maybe I'll play one of those. Arch at 9K, I don't mind. I might play. He's mobile. Ty Simpson, 92, maybe. I'll take a shot here or there. But I'm going to prefer to stay in that 11-2 at Maeva down to that 10 at Barnes, and all five of them are my sweet spot. So I'm going to play a ton of them. Running back wise, I'm kind of avoiding Le'Veon Moss in addition to, so the top three are avoids for me. They could certainly be guys that end up biting me in the butt, but I'm looking for upside, and I don't know that they necessarily have it. Nate Frazier's still struggling to hold on the ball. Nick Singleton, we know he's going to be on and off the field with Katron Allen, and they're not going to want to hurt either one of them when Nevada probably can't score a touchdown. Le'Veon Moss, coming off an injury, he hasn't played more than 8 games in a season. Ruben Owens back healthy. Amari Daniels is back. Three-headed monster. Plus, they're probably going to blow the UTSA out. I think Moss gets a little bit of a here and there play, but I don't think I'm going to lean into that. Top option at the high end for me, Justice Haynes coming over from Alabama to Michigan. Michigan likes to run the ball. They're going to protect their freshman quarterback. I think Haynes finds the box. I don't mind. Their defense is probably a little bit worse. New Mexico is awful. It was the worst defense in the country last year. I don't see that changing. They're going to run right through them. They're not going to need to put pressure on Underwood right out the gate. Why have him take hits? Just get him fresh, get him loose, get him feeling a little bit like he's in the game. Easy win. I like Justice Haynes a good bit. He's my favorite at the top end of the board here. If you really want to take shots on Katron Allen, you can. It's just one of those situations where Singleton steals touchdowns and you're screwed. Drew Aller throws for 3, you're screwed. I think there's a better chance that they come out of the box, Michigan does, and just runs the heck out of the football, and Justice Haynes is the one benefiting from it. Wayman Jordan, FCS transfer coming in. He took this RB1 role. I do not mind taking shots here. I would prefer to not. So I'll probably be playing them through Maeva. Maybe have 1 or 2. He's in the pool, but not necessarily my favorite. Devon Booth. So similarly, like we talked about on DK, 8,700. I don't mind taking shots here. He's perfectly fine play. I have no issue taking that shot and playing him there. Javin Jacobs, I'm not super interested in. I prefer to play them through the pass game. Deshaun Bishop, once again, against Syracuse. I think Tennessee runs the heck out of the football. He's one of my top options at 8,300. I like this play. I like it more than the projections. That's no problem for me. Richard Young, again, fine option at 8K. In my pool, he'll be mixed and matched a little bit. Caden Durham, I like him. I really like him. I think with the other guys in the room, we finally got rid of the nonsense that was John Emery. We finally got rid of Josh Williams. He's gone. This is Durham's room for right now until the freshman gets going. So I like Durham in this spot. He can catch. He can run the football. He gives you that dual threat capability. 7,800, firmly in play for me. More than happy to have some shares of him. No issues whatsoever. I'm probably avoiding Yassine Willis. I think he's going to get a little bit of hype, but everybody sees LaQuint Allen's usage, but this isn't LaQuint Allen, and it's not the same offense, and they're playing a tough defense. So I'm probably a fade there, but maybe I'll have a shot or here or there just to be safe. Adam Randall. So I like this play. How he does as a running back is questionable. He was a wide receiver. He bulked up to 230. He's playing running back now. He's going to be very good in space, making defenders miss. So he's a very similar play to Caden Durham. 7,200. I think you can take some shots here. I have no issues taking shots there. Wisner at 71, very similarly. From a projection standpoint, he projects very well. He's one of the better mid-range options. So I have no issues taking shots on Wisner while they get Baxter back healthy. Dante Dowdle is a decision point for me. I'm not certain where I want to be with that. Very similar to DK. Think he's in play. You're going to want to take some shots. He's just not a guarantee play for me. But I think you do want to take shots given I think Kentucky's going to need to run the football against Toledo. Moving down. All right. This is the elephant in the room. Well, we skipped Jordan Marshall from Michigan. He's going to be the backup to Haynes. Probably gets some run. I don't know what I'm going to do there. I'll need to think about that one a little bit more. But playing the backup running back from Michigan, we've seen two guys be successful. They've had a two-headed monster for years. I think the feature back is definitely Haynes because they paid a lot of money to get him. So we'll see. But I think you can take shots on Jordan Marshall. I just prefer to go to Haynes because there's plenty of money out here right now. Keywan Lacey. This is a decision point. He's the best value on the slate at running back. The question is, how much does Logan Diggs play? How much does Darius Taylor play? Is it Darius Taylor? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, how much does the kid that came from Troy Taylor play? So I don't know. I'm not playing Logan Diggs. I think he's probably finished. Not buying into that. What's it? Damian Taylor. Sorry to Damian Taylor. Haven't played him in a while. Keywan Lacey, talented kid. If I know he's starting, I want to take a lot of shots. If I don't know, I'm going to take a few shots. I just don't know how confident I want to be in it. I sure as heck am not playing Logan Diggs. If I got word that Taylor's going to start, then maybe I would take shots on Taylor. But again, me and Lane Kiffin running backs, bad history. Ulysses Bentley against Florida. He just stood on the sideline and Lane decided he was going to play a 5'8" running back for the whole game, and they lost, and they missed the playoff because Lane was too stupid to play Ulysses Bentley. I love Lane Kiffin, but I'm still hurt. So I'll probably take a shot here or there, but I want to play Austin Simmons more likely. Jamari Taylor, starting running back at Virginia, another good value option at 6,100. Think you can take shots there as well. He's probably as low as I want to go, barring we get information on who the starter for Ole Miss is. Because if Damian Taylor's the starter, I'll take 5,400 Damian Taylor, no problem. So looking at wide receivers, like I said, there's value all over the place on this slate. It's insane. The fact that Trevor Pena is 10-2 and priced above 9,700 and 9,500, I don't know what we're doing. So just X him out. Just act like he doesn't exist. I don't mind playing Ryan Williams. If I'm taking shots on Jeremiah Smith, it's on FanDuel because he's likely to catch a touchdown. I like playing Ryan Williams. Don't mind it. I'll play him. They're the top two raw projected players by a good, healthy margin. But I'm going to skip down for a second, and then I'm going to come back. Do you know who the third projected wide receiver is for me? He's all the way down here. Why is Ryan Wingo 6K and those other two are 97 and 95? What are we doing? I'll play Ryan Wingo at 6K. Sure. Like, lock him in. I'd rather play him over those two. So if you want to play two top-end running backs, go right ahead. You want to play all the top quarterbacks, go right ahead. I'll play 6K Ryan Wingo. I got some 5K guys we're going to get to that should be in the sevens. But I'll take 6K Ryan Wingo. I'd rather play that. Like, that's 2.5x for me. So, I mean, that's ridiculous. On point per dollar standpoint, Ryan Wingo at 6K, it makes it so there's zero reason you even need to think about playing another Texas wide receiver. You just slap Ryan Wingo in there. There's no point in playing Livingstone. There's no point in playing DeAndre Moore. You just play the top guy. It's Ryan Wingo. Play him. 6K. All day long. I'll have a ton of Ryan Wingo. Back at the top of the board here. Mekhi Lemon, more of a possession receiver. I will prefer him on DK if they're on the late slate. I have not looked at the Saturday late slate on DK yet. I'll probably prefer him there, but I still like him. If you want to take shots on him, go right ahead. Not my favorite play. I probably prefer his teammate down here, Jacoby Lane. Lane caught a bunch of touchdowns. If you've watched the USC preview I did, Lane, good touchdown wideout. I don't mind going there. 8K, no problems. I think he can catch 1, 2 touchdowns. Good touchdown receiver. Let's look at that actually. I'm fairly certain he caught like 4 touchdowns in the last. So yeah, caught 7 touchdowns over the final 3 games last year. That's when Maeva played. So yes, please. Let's play Jacoby Lane. His projection's a little light compared to what I think of him. So I'm bumping him up. DeJon Stribling at Ole Miss and Caden Lee. That's your 1-2 punch. So Trey Harris, gone. The other top 2 guys, my guy Juice Wells, gone. He should have stayed at James Madison. Career kind of went downhill after that, except for that 1 year at South Carolina. Stribling comes over from Oklahoma State. He's definitely in that Trey Harris mold. I don't mind taking shots there. I probably prefer Caden Lee. From a safety standpoint, he should be the number 1 targeted player. I'll take shots there. No problem at all. 8,900, sure. I'll take shots on that. Pair Austin Simmons with one of them at least. No issues there. Devontae Ross at 9K. That's just absurd. The Penn State pricing is out of this world. Ted Hurst, that's fine in Sun Belt play, but not against Ole Miss. No, thank you. All right, moving on down. Trell Harris, if I'm playing Chandler Morris, Trell Harris is going to get peppered with targets. He's been hampered with an injury. Check on his status. If he's a go, 100% a go, not an Eric Singleton go, then yes, we'll play plenty of Trell Harris at 8,500. With him, without him, he's a decent play at that price point. Antonio Williams, good play at 8,200. He's the guy who may end up benefiting most from the way that Clemson wants to attack LSU. If they end up playing out of that slot, that's where Williams operates. He's a great play at 8,200. You can play him all day. You can play him stacked with Klubnik, not stacked with Klubnik. He will be featured in a number of teams for me. Yeah, he's one of the top projected guys for me. Jacoby Lane, like I said, touchdown guy. Fanduel touchdowns matter. Aaron Anderson, there is some information floating around in my world. Full transparency, I live in Louisiana now. There's some scuttlebutt, we'll say, that Anderson's banged up. That wide receiver room is deep. I'm not playing Aaron Anderson at 7,800. I'm a little worried that he might be limited, and that's a very deep room. So I'm kind of out there. I'm not really going to go there. I have another guy that I'm going to willing to take shots on for LSU, and it's not Aaron Anderson. Horton and Bernard, I'm not in on FanDuel here. I'd prefer to just go to Ryan Williams on this one specifically because the price is close enough. Harrison Wallace, no. Penn State transfer, he's not good. I'm not touching that. So that's the one guy I definitely don't want to play on Ole Miss for sure. Bryant Wesco, 7,200. I will play. That's more because I'm heavily invested in Brian Wesco. I very like him. So I very much so like him. So yeah, you want to play him, go right ahead. Realistically, you should probably go to Antonio Williams over Wesco or go down to TJ Moore, but we're going to get to him. But I like Wesco a lot, so I'll inevitably going to take a shot or two here or there. Barry and Brown, that's a little much for me. I don't know what his role is going to end up being in this LSU offense. He's a very good kick returner, but I probably am a avoid at 7K. You could do it. I'm just not necessarily wanting to go there. Nick Anderson, man, if he gets healthy, that would be one heck of a player, but I'm not going there either. Jonte Cook at 61. you can go there. I probably prefer Daryl Gill, in my opinion. Carnell Tate, if they lock up Jeremiah Smith, maybe Tate, typically that's what happened last year, right? If they focused all their attention on Jeremiah Smith, then Tate and Egbuka had good games. If they focused on Egbuka, it was Tate and Jeremiah Smith. He's fine. If you wanted to take shots, go ahead. I'm just, I'll leave him in my pool. I'm going to take a shot here or there. It's just, he's a good value option, but not necessarily a core guy as much as Wingo would be for me. Looking down the board, like I said, guys, there's guys all the way down. There we go. There's my guy, Chris Hilton. So if you're taking shots or you want to play the LSU pass offense, I'm playing Chris Hilton. I don't think I just don't see how you don't do Chris Hilton over the other guys. Now he's become a bowl game merchant where he dominates in bowl games, 4 for 113 and 1. The previous year dominated as well. Had a really good game against Oklahoma. Barely played the rest of the season. Had a fight with Brian Kelly. But if anybody's going to step up and be the one on this team and be a dominant force, it's Chris Hilton. So I will take shots aplenty on Chris Hilton. No issue whatsoever. He's a core play for me. A limited one, but a core play nonetheless. Daryl Gill, that's the guy I'm taking from Syracuse. If I'm going to take shots, 5,500, no problem going there. Now we're getting into I'm going to end up having to look for people. Anthony Evans, top wideout for me on Mississippi State, 5,400. I mean, God, that's what I'm saying, guys. You could come down in this area and just rip guys. One last guy that I'm going to hit. I'm not hitting Braylon Brown of Southern Miss at 4,400, but he is an option. I'm not even going to go try to find him. TJ Moore, 5,300. I mean, how's he 5,300? Last time we saw him, he had 9 for 116 and 1 against Texas. Now he gets LSU. Okay, I think his floor is in this 9 range. I mean, maybe he's in this. Maybe he has a 3 for 38 game. I don't know, but the upside at this price tag can be paid off with 2 catches, 39 yards, and 1 touchdown. I'm getting 2x. I'll take 2x out of a $5,300 guy, and I have the upside to get 4x out of him. So I just don't see how you don't go there. So basically, we're going to be stacking a lot and trying to get into some of these games where I think big totals, big points. There's a lot of cheap value wide receivers. And like I said, you can throw together just about anything. It's wide open out here. It's open season because of the running backs that I like. You can get to these top end guys very easily. Let's just say here, let's throw one. I'll throw one team together just for giggles to look at. So let's go Caden Lee because I do like that game. Shoot, we can go. Heck, I'll even go Antonio Williams. And then give me Chris Hilton as the bring back. There we go. Okay. Quarterback wise, let's just stack this thing out. Give me Cade Klubnik and Austin Simmons. Now I got 7,900 for running backs. Boom, boom, boom. Well, that's easy. I tell you what, just give me Justice Haynes, 9K. Oh, I've clicked off Haynes. There, give me 90. Oh yeah. I don't really want to go Lacey with this team. Well, we don't have USC, so let's just say, well, we don't have any Mississippi State either. Let's go to Vaughn Booth, and I'll just take Wisner. Why not? let's just take Quintravian Wisner. That way we get this is like the hey, we got the big games in here. So like look how easy this is to build though. You could take Wisner out. You could play Dante Dowdle if you wanted. We know Wisner's going to be heavily involved in that game, and like I said, the front seven. So like this is just too easy to build. You know, um, you can drop Wisner down to Dowdle, and then you go to John Stribling. You can switch out Klubnik or you can switch out Simmons. You could go Maeva here. Let's play with this a little bit because I'm actually kind of having fun with this. So let's say we're switching that out. Let's have some fun with this. I'll build one more team. So let's go with the two blowout quarterbacks. Give me Caden Lee. I'm gonna go Jacoby Lane for the touchdown equity. Like I said, with I like Hilton so much, so I'm probably just going to stick with Hilton as my option. Because, well, you know what? Let's do TJ Moore. He's cheaper. Let's do TJ Moore for the fun of it. Where is TJ Moore? 5,300. Oh, let's go TJ Moore. Why not? Oh, look, I've still got a ton of salary. Justice Haynes. And, well, you could go Keywan Lacey again, but no. I tell you what, let's not go Justice Haynes. Let's do, well, you got Maeva, so I don't want to do Waymon Jordan. Let's do Booth again. Why not? Oh, look, I can take Adam Randall. I can take Wisner. I can take Yassine Willis, which I don't love. Where's you know what? Let's do this. Let's take Deshaun Bishop. Oh, look, I get Caden Durham. Like, that's what I'm saying. You can get Deshaun Bishop, Caden Durham, Caden Lee, Jacoby. Like, this is a lineup that 6 weeks from now, you would be 30,000 over salary basically because Bishop's going to be, it could be 9, 10K. Durham could be 9K. Lane 10K, 9,500, 10K for Lee. He could be 9K. Like you could have 10. This is 10K salary savings because it's week 1. Same thing with like a Keywan Lacey. If you wanted to go there, you could swap out there. Like there's so many iterations and fun things you can do with this. So good luck to everybody in week 1. Hopefully, one of you guys takes down either the main tournament on DK for 100K or the main tournament on Fanduel for 20K. I wish that one was bigger, but what are you going to do? I'm happy with the 100K to shoot for, but I'm taking some shots there, and maybe we could take something down. Good luck, everybody. Goodbye.